Greetings, you wonderful, abundant, bountiful beings. Thanks for joining me again. My name is Aja, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the projector strategy, which is waiting for the invitation. Now, I know there's so much information out there about what that should look like and how that can translate. And I mean, yeah, it's probably overwhelming how much information there is about that. But I'm just going to share a little bit about my personal experience, what has seemingly brought me peace and worked for me. And hopefully, maybe it'll have an impact on you as well. So just to give you a little bit of background, I've known that I have been a projector for over a year. I have been implementing the information that I've learned from human design into my daily life. And it has been pretty simultaneous, pretty easy for the most part. Obviously, there are some areas still where it seems gray or I don't have a lot of understanding. And so you just have to keep diving deep. That's human design for you. You can probably go over it for the next 5 years and still not have a total grasp on every element of human design. I mean, you have the circuitry and the strategy, the authority, the profiles, the incarnation crosses. I mean, it just goes on, right? So like I said, I'm just going to touch on my personal experience on waiting for the invitation. I'll give some examples and yeah, I hope it resonates for you. So to start out, I will say that waiting for the invitation can mean whatever you choose for it to mean. People can take things so literally and then they kind of miss the magic. From my experience, when I first heard about waiting for the invitation, I'm just like, okay, what does that mean? Am I supposed to sit around and just like literally wait? But the big thing I think is like being seen, making sure that you're on some kind of outlet or whatever strategy feels best for you, whether if it's career wise, making sure that you're showing up, you're able to be seen, whether that's having like a really nice LinkedIn profile or an aesthetically pleasing resume with all your accolades and accomplishments. I mean, obviously it looks different for us all. I'm more of an entrepreneur. So me getting out there and getting in front of people looks like talking to people. And I don't really like doing that for the most part. Although I can be very outgoing, I don't really like engaging with strangers. It's just, I don't know. It just is what it is. And so I have to get out of my comfort zone with that, right? If I want to create invitations for myself, which is basically what I've had to do, because invitations, if they just flow to you, then that is awesome. And then that's not going to be the case for everybody, obviously. But another thing to keep in mind is trying to reframe what an invitation looks like to you. Somebody asking you for your wisdom is very literal, right? Like somebody calling you and saying, hey, listen, I need some advice. That is very literal, literally an invitation. But some other invitations may not be as clear to you, or you may not perceive them as invitations. For instance, I had a dream where basically I was doing something and it was in the new world and I was building something, basically. I'll put it like that, because if I try to explain the whole dream to you, you probably think I'm crazy. But so long story short, I was building something. And when I woke up, and it was massive what I was building, but when I woke up, I took that as an invitation from the universe to step fully into my being and my capabilities and to really, just to be present and show up, make myself available. And that's what I mean by reframing what an invitation can look like, because it's not always going to be a blatant like card in the mail saying you're cordially invited to such and such, you know. And so, yeah, a lot of it is going to involve you creating the invitations, which can look like something as simple as you having a conversation with somebody who you don't know, or maybe you kind of know, but you'd like to get to know them a little bit more. And you're just sharing with them, literally just sharing with them what you're working on or what you're excited about or something new that you've learned. And they're just like, oh, I would love to know more. How can we like collaborate? How can we work together? How can I get some of your time? So that's literally you creating an invitation for yourself that you weren't sitting around just expecting to show up at your doorstep. So the next thing about the invitation, right, is literally your manifestations. This has been my personal experience. I ask for something that I want, and I truly believe that all those quotes about what you want wants you more, I believe that. And like, I literally just ask for something that I want in the spirit and allow that to be mirrored back to me through an invitation. So I to give an example, I said, I would really like a credit card with like a $2,500 like max or limit or what, you know, whatever. I personally have never had a credit card with that much on it. And that may not even seem like a lot to a lot of people, but it's a big deal for me because I enjoy being able to do things, travel and stuff like that, like most people. And it's just nice when you have a credit card to be able to use while you're out and about and get points and whatever. So I asked for that. And I allowed the universe to mirror that back to me. And of course, I did receive an invitation from a credit card company for a new card for me. And the exact limit was $2,000, which is like, come on, that's like really close to what I said, right? So I'm absolutely fine with that. But anyways, it is so open for you. I just want to remind you of that. If you hear the words wait for the invitation and it sounds limiting to you, I want you to try to reframe what invitations look like. I want you to try to expand what invitations could possibly look like for you. It can literally be a butterfly like just flying across and landing on your shoulder. And you can, if you want to, you can take that as an invitation for whatever it is that you want. Like, it's totally up to you. And maybe it just so happens that everything starts to become an invitation for you. Waking up in the morning becomes an invitation to live your life to the fullest, to the best extent. So please don't allow those words to make you feel limited or small, or you wish that you were another energy type. Being a projector is very special and unique. And there's so much information out there as far as human design is concerned. And I encourage you to read through as much of it feels like it's relevant for you. Take in some content, get some different ideas, listen to different people, different projectors, and find what works best for you, because it's not going to be the same for everybody. I'm a 5/1 splenic projector, and like literally my intuition is what gets me through whatever, right? It's that inexplainable, non-logical information that comes to you in a ping or however. And you know, it's so funny because for a lot of people, that's like a hard thing to hear, even though they may have already known previously that they were intuitive or whatever. Once they find out, oh wow, I'm an actual splenic projector, it's like it's still hard for them to hear, because there's something about when the puzzle pieces come together we can kind of want what someone else has instead of what we have. But when you learn to cherish how special it is that you are uniquely in your design, whatever that may be, a generator, manifesting generator, a reflector. I think reflectors are super dope. And like, I have yet to meet one, but I so look forward to that opportunity to like get to like vibe with them. But anyways, I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic. But all I wanted to say is like, just open your mind to the possibilities, because they are literally endless. The only thing that can limit you is you, honestly. So I hope that helps. And if it does, please just like this video, or drop a comment, or maybe even share it to someone who might be in need of hearing this message today. With all my love, I hope you have a wonderful day. And if I don't see you again, I wish you the most amazingly successful, bountiful, beautiful 2023 there could possibly be. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Thanks.